How about the time this NASCAR driver decided to get this haircut? Because of a bet. That's pretty strange. Or this time when a NASCAR fan hopped the wall and asked a driver for an autograph mid-race during a red flag. Some of the most interesting things to watch in sports are some of the strangest moments. When you're driving 200 miles per hour lap after lap, there are some strange things that are bound to happen. In this video, we're going to be looking at some of NASCAR's most strangest moments. If you've been enjoying this content recently, feel free to hit the subscribe button and I would greatly appreciate it. Without further ado, let's look at some strange moments.
The oil gets hot, obviously the water temperature goes up. So they try to, a lot of teams separate the oil cooler from the radiator, put it on a separate cooling system.
What I just saw right there, Jeff Gordon in the 24 being pushed by Carl Edwards in the 99. It's like they were trying to time as we just had the lights go out on the back straightaway.
Yeah, the backstretch and turn 2 fall to darkness. The track, however, is still green.
But guess what?
Now we're under
Jeff
caution.
Gordon and Carl Edwards have not slowed down.
Yellow is out for the light.
From turn 3 all the way around to the entrance of turn 1 is still fully bathed in light. But turn 2 looks to be on emergency power, and the backstretch is all but dark, especially going into turn number 3. Look at the difference. Now, they're on low power on the back, much as was used at nighttime during the 24-hour race.
24-hour lighting system. Watch this.
So, boom, boom, out go the lights.
But Carl and Jeff Gordon, they never slow down. They just keep digging.
Well, we did a short track race once, Darrell. It was Riverside Park Speedway, a little quarter mile in Massachusetts, and somebody, I know that somebody took a chair and threw it into the breakers and turned off all the lights in the middle of the 50-lap feature.
To start off, the 2011 season was the Budweiser shootout, but in the practice session, the power went out. Some drivers lifted as they were afraid they were going to wreck their cars, while others just kept their foot in it and raced in the dark. Imagine having to bump draft the car in front of you where you can't even see in front of you as it is, but now you're racing in complete darkness. It's something that is only written in movies or funny stories. But it happened in real life, and it happened at Daytona. Who doesn't love oranges, right? Well, during the 2004 Busch Series qualifying session, a giant inflatable orange was trying to do some qualifying laps by itself. This inflatable orange caused a delay in the qualifying session because it decided to just roll on the track. Safety crews had to come out and try to fix it and basically deflate it and get it off the track so we can get the qualifying session back in.
Looked up and saw that big orange thing coming at him.
Look at that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this happen before.
Well, now I know what Joliet, Jake, and Elle would have been up to.
Now, Todd did get his first lap in at a 30.68, which puts him 15th quickest.
If I were him, I'd ask for a do-over.
I believe I would too.
Well, but
hey
he came out
guys,
almost in front of him.
this
I
looks
believe
like
it's going to complete a lap, guys.
hey, it looks like the geniuses in the PR department have thought of a new way to get their product on camera.
Is it going to miss the timing lights? Yes!
We didn't get a time on it though.
This is the biggest crowd response of the day is for the rolling Tropicana inflatable.
You know what though, Mike? I think it's going to fail tech.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to fit very many templates.
Nope.
The track truck is coming out to collect it, and it dwarfs the track truck. Watch this. Bet you've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you, Mike. I feel like they owe Todd Zegedy a rerun here.
Yeah, that's a different one, and that got taken out over the spectator area. A lot of winds advancing with this front. Can you imagine? You're driving around into turn 3 and the spotter says trouble in turn 4. What is it? I don't know.
Never seen
but
that
it's
before.
big and orange.
Guys,
Okay.
I think this balloon is bound and determined to complete this lap.
Yeah, it has a mind of its own.
And it's going to ride the fence.
I've seen caution flags for a lot of reasons in the last 30 years, but this is a new one.
During the 2004 Martinsville race, a piece of the concrete came up from the racetrack and hit Jeff Gordon's car. Jeff Gordon was currently running second, and it caused him damage, ultimately costing him the race. It is one of the strangest things to happen as you're racing and the piece of the concrete, the racing surface, just comes up and damages your race car. Imagine being a driver and also having to worry about that. Most drivers have to worry about other competitors damaging their cars, and now they have to worry about the track itself. The start of the 2021 season where Martin Truex Jr. just kind of cuts the course under caution, thinking he can do it. Well, he got penalized after that, so pretty stupid. He was leading the race and cost him a shot at the victory.
Penalty.
Well, here's how he explained it.
Pace car. I was expecting them at chicane. Chicane, the front stretch. This is the front stretch chicane. I got you. I don't know why I did that. That was a terrible job.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Oh, we have a hauler that tried to go through the tunnel.
The little tunnel.
Oh, that gets somebody every year here at Atlanta. That's another
the
caution.
Backside tunnel. You can't do that.
That's not a composite body right there. You know what I mean? That one's not going to pop out.
Parts of it was.
During the Atlanta Xfinity race, a hauler was trying to leave the racetrack and ends up getting stuck underneath the tunnel. This poor hauler driver was just trying to leave the racetrack after probably their car having a bad day. And they couldn't even get out of the racetrack without any problems. That is pretty sad.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Ford. We go further, so you can. And by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. That smoke is from this fire. One fan that is here watching the race is going to have a very, very uncomfortable trip back into the parking lot. That is just behind the grandstands. Restart at Kentucky.
One of the most bizarre moments is when these two cars in the parking lot caught on fire mid-race at Kentucky. During the 2016 Kentucky race, these two parked cars caught on fire and ended up burning down to the ground. Thankfully, no spectators or anybody that was near the area were hurt or injured during this strange moment. It's something that's probably forgotten by many people, but this one's always been at the back of my head. I've always wondered, how did this happen? There's a barbecue pit on this back of a pickup truck, so that's probably my answer.
Looking at bumping and beating back there in the pack. St. Amant coming up on the inside of Benson, trying to make the move for second spot. The leader, Skinner, is gone. The battle is for second, back through about ninth position, and it is a melee. Wow! Spins right in front of him, and everybody missed him. And so the dash to the checkered flag. And they spin and wreck up there again. Wrecked up in 3 and 4. Skinner takes the checkered flag. St. Amant wrecking down the backstretch. There's the darkened light. A 3.5 second gap from the winner Skinner back to the second place truck, Johnny Benson Jr. Corelli may have finished third. Let's take another look.
There we see Corelli on the inside as St. Amant comes down and into this. Look at that. Wow.
The Jersey barrier and then the light pole. He had to move a ton of concrete back there before the light.
First off, let's talk about the finish of the race coming down pit road.
Well, you know, they wrecked. The spotter said, man, they're wrecking all over the front straightaway, and this is getting into 3. You're coming to the yellow, so we checked up, of course, and I pulled down pit road. I figured the racetrack was just scattered, and I pulled down pit road, and I kind of hesitated a little bit, and I came in, and one of the officials pointed to me to pull down here to the pit box, so I pulled the pit box, and then they said, you need to get by the start-finish line. So I don't know, you know. I look like a dumb guy for what happened, but I should have stayed on the racetrack, you know. Should have stayed on the track.
It was a wild final few laps.
You know, in the Craftsman Truck Series, they race green, white, checkered. I just honestly think we need green, white, checkered finishes, not this under the yellow stuff. And it's confusing when everything's froze, the track's, you know, there's something there. It's just there's too many misconceptions of that rule. So this is one that probably will be